Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of our AutoCAD learning series. In the first part, we discussed drawing commands like line, polyline, circle, rectangle, remaining, etc. In the second part, we learned about these modify commands, okay, such as move, copy, rotate, mirror, trim, and extend. Now, in this session, we are going to focus on annotation commands. Annotations are very important because they allow us to add information to our drawings, not just shapes but also details like text, dimensions, layers, that makes the drawing complete and understandable. So in this video I will cover text, um, to add notes or labels to the drawing, dimensions to show sizes, distances, and angles clearly, layers to organize our drawings, to control colors, line types, visibility, reduce the complexity while modifications on any particular details. So we will go through each of these step by step with examples, so you can learn how to annotate your drawings in a professional way. So let's get started with the first annotation tool, text. Okay, so text, here we have a multi-line text and single line text. Suppose if you click on single line text, or here first point, if you go to command prompt, you will get instruction, that is to specify first point, and again to specify second point, click on somewhere on drawing, or provide height. Here I'm going to give height 3, suppose 3, enter. Now what is your rotation angle? If you want to write a text like this, in this way 30 degrees angle, you will give some 30 degrees. You don't want, give 0. See, if you observe, okay, here you will write AutoCAD, okay, AutoCAD, enter, or you can click somewhere code and CAD, you can click somewhere with TK, okay, like that. You can move this one, you can move somewhere else. See this point, if you observe this point, that is called insertion point, that is called insertion point. If you want to give that insertion point to middle justification, now this is bottom left justification. Suppose I am going to change this one, control 1, click on control 1. Here if you go to the justify, see middle center, go to middle center. See, if you observe, just again you press control 1. If you check it, now that the insertion point come to here, so middle point. Suppose if you draw a line from this insertion point, see, if you type on ins in the keyboard, you will get insertion point. See, like that. You can move like this anywhere on this drawing. Okay, that is for text. Next one is multi-line text, that is called MTEXT. If you again click on somewhere, okay, if you provide opposite corner, in that you will enter code and CAD with PK, enter. If you want to edit, if you want, suppose you have unfortunately you made a mistake, suppose I'm going to change this one. How to change this one? ED. What is the command? Is ED, enter, or text edit, the shortcut ED, but the command is text edit. Select this text, I want to change code and AutoCAD, again click somewhere. If you want to edit this one, okay, like that. If you want to move like this. So that is called ED, text edit. Text edit. If you want to different text styles, for that go to style st, enter. You want to create a new style, new. For with the, I am going to style pk style, pk underscore style style. Okay, for this pk style I am going to give some times new roman, enter. Okay, close. Yes, suppose now I want to change here this one, to change pk style. See object, how it is easy to change the style. Even the style is also in the dimensions also. If you want to change, you can create number of styles based on your requirement, based on the industry people requirement. You can change the styles. Okay, that is come under text, single line text and multi line text. Okay, next annotations is there. I am directly go to some, I want to go to layers concepts. So what is the purpose of layers? Okay, for this you can create number of layers. Suppose I am going to close this one, I am going to draw one building, suppose. Okay, first of all I am going to create layers. So for that layer LA, enter. Here you will create a new layer. Layer is boundary. I am going to create another layer, inner walls. I am going to create another layer, text. I am going to create another layer, dimension. For this boundary, you can use the color as suppose red. Any color you can give. For inner walls, you can give some magenta. Click OK. Some text you can give yellow. Click OK. Dimensions remain same. You can keep it same. So close this one. This is boundary. You select this one and change to layer, boundary layer. So now it is a boundary layer. Okay. Now it is a boundary layer. Now I am going to draw some inner walls. I am going to draw some inner walls. For that I change the inner walls layer is the current layer. Inner walls layer is the current layer. Now draw something, some inner walls, something I am going to draw like this. I am going to draw like this, some inner walls like this, like this. Now I am going to give dimensions. For that I am go to the dimension layer, dimensions, dim, linear, enter. I am going to give dimensions. I will explain how to give dimensions clearly in the, just a moment. Yeah, now I am going to give, write a text. For that again text, something, floor plan, something. So these are the come under different layers. Suppose if I want to switch off all the layers except boundary, switch off, switch off, switch off, switch off. Okay, or else you can, this is current layer, you can switch off. Okay, like that you can switch on. If you want to use, suppose if you want turn off, select this symbol, turn off, turn off, like that. Control Z. What is freeze means? Objects on, I will explain you. Suppose this will freeze, this will freeze. disappear. Okay, if you want to isolate, select this one, enter. That layer only visible, remaining will hide. That is called isolate. If you want to non-isolate, unisolate, you can go with this command, unfreeze this and unlock. Unlock is nothing but if you provide any lock, you need not to change. If you unfortunately you can remove some lines or anything existing in that layer, that will not happen by using lock layer. So that is very important, lock. Okay, for example, I will go some high dense diagrams. See, here if you want to see, if I'm going to stop text, different points, dim text, hatch, hidden layer, objects, like that, if you want. Okay, if you switch on all the layers, so whenever if you want to change, so see, observe how complex to arrange this such kind of dimensions. So in such cases, what we will do is we will stop some layers which are not used while changes are going. So in such cases, we can stop those layers, we can log those layers. Okay, suppose there is another option, uh, match layer. So match layer means now I want to change this layer to change this layer. What is this layer? Object layer. Suppose I want to change this line to object layer. Select this one is the enter. Select this layer. Automatically this layer properties will applicable to this layer. So automatically this layer is also changed now to this one. Control Z. There is another command match prop for this one. Match prop. Match prop is also change everything, layer, all applies the properties of selected object to the all the layers. See in this, what are the various changes to applicable in paint, in MS Word, that is text formatted painter, like that. The types of properties: color, layer, line type scale, line weight, plot style, transparency, all are specified properties to change. For example, simply click on match prop, select this layer to this layer. See, observe, automatically it will change everything. Line type also changes everything. This is very important. Match prop, layer also changed. And if the dimensions, if one dimension is one format, another dimension is in another format, you can match using the match prop. You can give that source object to this target object. What are the properties included in that? I already explained you: line type, line color, so on. Okay, that is for match prop. What is the shortcut for match prop? MA, enter. Very important. Match prop. Okay, next one. I'm going to give dimensions. Yes, go to the new drawing. No, do not confuse. Grid off. Okay, go into the rectangle. 0 comma 0, enter. 100 comma 50. Somewhere my rectangle is there. How to see? Z, enter. E, enter. So again, UCS icon travel here. I want UCS icon, no origin. So that's it. It will move always here. Okay, now I want to give the dimensions. For that, you will go, there are linear, aligned, angular, arc length, radius. Yeah, for that I am going to draw another one circle, arc. Okay, for that here go to linear. You just, before going to that, select this one and this one, give your dimension, Z, enter. Yeah. So for that I am going to give something about some dimension changes. So for that, please enter D in keyboard. D, enter. D, enter. See, D, enter. See, there are if you create your new style, if you want to modify, or you can create a new style, anything you can use it. If you want to modify it, go to modify. See, go to the lines. Some, I will tell you some standard colors. By layer you can go with line 9. Okay, okay. Here extension line you will go with 8. These are the some standard colors. Line type same. Baseline spacing is 1. Here extended beyond dim tick lines 1. Offset from horizon 1. You can change it. Now go to symbols and arrows. If you want to by line type, by block, or by layer, whatever it is, no issue. Symbols and arrows, you want to change arrow head, but always use closed field is preferable. Arrow size 2.5, sometimes 2.75, based on your dimension density of drawing, and you can based on your paper size. So remaining you need not to change. Preceding above the dimension text arc length symbol. Okay, go to the text. Here you can give your text style. Already is there some text styles. Okay, okay. I already opened new drawing, no? So that's why. Simply you can change Times New Roman. Apply, close. Okay. Earlier we have created in another drawing our text style. So that's why it is not displayed here. Okay. You can otherwise you can create your new style, PK underscore style, and give your Times New Roman. No issue. Text color by layer, whatever it is, no issue. You can give your text color something, some magenta, suppose, if you want. Fill color, your text height 2.5 is okay. Vertical it is above, okay. Horizontal is centered, okay. Left to right. Offset from dim line is put 1. Aligned with dimension line is okay. Text completed. Come to fit, either text or arrows. Always keep text between extension line, suppose. Over the dimension line with ladder, suppose if it is when the text is not default position. Scale is 1 always. Come to the primary units, decimal, precision 0, or else you can give 0.0. That's it. Click OK. These are the very important. Set current, close. Now go to the dimension. Select this one, or going to command from dim LIN, dim linear, enter. Select this point and this point. If you want to drag it or give some distance 10 mm, directly it will come like this. Now again enter. From this point to this point, give 10 mm distance. So okay, in this way you can arrange the dimensions like this. If you want okay, angular, dim angular, suppose there is a line like this, dim ANG, dim align, dim not angular, dim aligned. From this point to this point, give some distance 15, like that. Again you can this point to this point 10. If you want dim angle, select this and this. Okay. Now if you want to give dim arc length, select this arc simply. Somewhere else you can place like this 143 mm. Check, and before unit check it every time. You can check your units, millimeters, precision you can do 0.0 something maximum. Now go to this dim radius, dim radius, select this one. Okay, somewhere you can dim diameter, select this one. Okay, dim diameter. Shortcuts: dim dia, dim radius, dim ang, dim angular. Okay, you can get like that. Okay, center marks. Suppose if you want to put center marks, suppose you want to use center marks for this one. If you want center line, select this and this, you will get center line. If you want to change this line type, LTS shortcut key, LTS line type scale shortcut, give factor some 5. See, observe. Or again LTS give 10, you will get the center line like this. To visualize the center line like this. The next one is I'm going to change E, enter all, enter. I'm going to draw a line like this. um, okay, now I'm going to give dim linear, select this point and this point. Somewhere I can click here like this. Okay, suppose now I'm going to already we discussed, yeah, continue. Suppose you can click, you can directly get your dimensions, that is continue. So this is for continue option. Suppose baseline, okay, go to quick, suppose select this, you can directly get dimensions at a time. That is quick command, that is quick command. Override, if you want to change, if you want to override, if you want to some oblique dimensions, text angle, justification. If you justify left justification, means left side it will move. You can verify it, it's a middle. If you again go to middle, if you right justification, you can give some right justification. Okay, here break. If you want to break means if it is passing these dimensions on any entity, it divides. It divides. Suppose I have a dimension like this. Suppose dim linear, enter, middle to this point. Suppose I'm like this. I'm going to break. Select this dimension, enter. So automatically there is some break is there. Clear AED. You can check it. You can give some right 200. Delete. Suppose if you want something you want to write, you can take override. But actually the dimension is not there. But you have to override that one. Suppose sometimes you may need some symbols for suppose you have a text, single line text. I'm going to 0. I'm going to text 40 pi. Suppose you want 5 pi symbol. For symbol pi, percentage C. You will get 5. 3 circles. 3 circles like that. If you want to mention it. Percent, if you want to degree, 40 degrees. Percentage D. You will get degree. Okay. If you want plus or minus, percentage P. For that you can change it. Okay, now suppose if you want ladder line, see if you observe some ladder lines is there. For that here you will go with some ladder lines. Here you will go ladder, select this point. If you write here text something, okay, or else what you will do is you can go with ladder, LEADER, ladder, enter. You can, okay, ladder, specify first ladder point, specify next point, specify next point, okay, enter. You can write your text like that. You can give your text, okay. So in this drawing, suppose if you want to change, if you want LEADER, enter. I'm going to show like this. Give your code and cat like that. You can, okay, you can adjust it. You can write it. Next command is block. Block is reusable object. It can be used multiple times in your drawing, okay. Before going to create a block, I will use some objects, rectangle, rectangle, and one line, and draw one circle, just trim. See, if you observe, this is separate entities, this is separate, this is separate. Now I will create a block for multiple use. So for that, you directly go to this block. Here you will directly click on this icon, or else you will type block, enter, okay. Give name to block, so that is block 1, block 1. So you can pick your block at any point on your object. So the for that, pick point, you select pick point. Here this is my pick point. You can select the objects. So I can select all these objects. So now if you want to write, if you want to write any description here, you will write here what is the main purpose of the block, like that. Click OK. So now observe, this is your block. You can move anywhere on your screen. If you want to insert, see, simply you can click it, you will get it. You can insert, you will insert, okay. So suppose if I am going to another drawing, okay, if you check it again, insert, there is no block, there is no blocks. So the main, here the block is used only in your current drawing, okay, not for new drawing. For suppose for new drawing, how to create a block? You can use that block at anywhere, anytime in your drawings, different drawings. For that, you will create a W block, W block. So before going to create a W block, first of all I am going to explode this one, enter. So now I am going to draw another line like this, okay, like this. Again I am going to draw one more circle here. So now I will create this one is a W block. For that, enter WBLOCK, enter. Now if you have a block already, that is block 1, you can create block 1 as the W block, or else you will create objects. Select the pick point first, anywhere you can click any edge, select objects, enter. Now millimeters, you can just desktop, create and desktop, new block 1, save, click OK. So okay, now if you want to insert, block 1 is already there. Now you will go with insert command, click, or else here you can type insert, enter. Here, see, new block is here. Okay, you can drag it, your new block, you can drag it. Suppose in new drawing I am going to drawing to, even though you can create your block, you can drag your new block. Okay, any drawing I am going to open another drawing, even in this drawing also you can retrieve your block. That is the main difference between normal block and W block. The main application of this block I am going to show you here. See, this is a civil drawing plan. In this plan, if you observe, various entities repeatedly used in this drawing. For example, this door, if you observe, same kind of doors we can use it here. Okay, here sink. Okay, here windows repeatedly used. Okay, so whenever multiple uses of your any item, we can create as a block. Okay, for example, suppose sometimes some standard blocks are also available in AutoCAD. For that, you will go to view and click on tool palettes. Here, if you observe, these are the mechanical blocks. Mechanical blocks. For example, I am going to create this one. Yeah, see, this is a nut, any size. If you want to give any size, you will get that size, M3, M4. Okay, just Z enter, re-enter. Now I am going to drag this one. Okay, somewhere it is on the screen. For to check the drawing, you will go with zoom, Z enter, re-enter. So this is standard one. If you click on this one, if you go to top, see, observe, rare. Okay, like that, you can change it based on your need. Door, see, this is door, this is toilet. For this you can also change front side, plan, plan side. Okay, like that you can change it based on your need. So these are the standards. If you want to increase the size of this one by using scale command, SC enter. If you want to double, you can give 2 times. Based on your size, you can double the size or reduce or enlarge the size of your blocks. Depends on your drawing size. Okay, these are standard blocks. We can retrieve these blocks anywhere of your any new drawings. Okay, so next one is group and ungroup. What is group means? Again I am going to, okay, again I am going to draw another rectangle, for example. Okay, main the purpose of this group command is to combine multiple objects into one suitable unit without making a block. Okay, without making a block. For example, group, group, enter, select all these objects, enter. Now observe what happened here. All selected objects acts as one unit when you selected or when you moved. Okay, if you can still edit or delete individual objects inside the group if needed. Control plus click, see, control plus click, like this. Okay, how to ungroup. If you want to ungroup these group objects, okay, for individual items, again command is ungroup, enter, select this ungroup, okay. Now check it, again it has converted into a single entities, individual entities, okay. That is the main difference between group and block and W block also. So with this, I will stop this part 3. In coming next videos, I am going to explain about how to draw curves, conic section curves, ellipse construction, general method, eccentricity method, cycloids, involutes, okay, one by one. So thank you.